Okay. Today I wanted to talk about the comfort zone of survivors. Fear is comfort for us. We were fearing for our lives every day. We were children running from your parents, trying not to get hit. That's surviving. Um, Fear, self-sabotage. I used to sabotage because if I didn't sabotage, my mom would have did it. So I wanted to do it before she could do it. So that's where I learned sabotage. And it's a survival mechanism. Uh, Procrastination. I remember sitting in my room. It's the only time that I had it to myself. If I sat in my room and I breathed on my bed, and my mom would yell at me, "Are you ready yet? Why are you so slow?" And I'm like, "I'm just breathing." So that's procrastination. I learned that to self-soothe myself, to calm myself before I had to go out and face the monster. That's what self-sabotage is. You wait and you wait and you wait until your mom's really angry. Because then you know you better get out there, right? And now I do it just because that's what I did. So I could breathe and I could just have that moment to myself without somebody yelling, screaming. So those are all learned behaviors that you need to unlearn as you start to heal. That's the underworld. That's the darkness. That's things that were thrown at us that we learned that now we have to sit with it and we have to see who we are, what we are. And people love to label you and call you self-sabotager and lazy and not understanding everything to us that is comfortable, like fear and self-sabotage. And it's so different when you grew up, and making a decision is, it's such a different world when you grew up in a world where you could be who you wanted to be and you weren't ostracized or laughed at or told to go sit in your room after you got a spanking. And if you grew up in support and love, and you're going to think completely different than somebody that grew up in survival. And that's okay. We come from two different worlds, and that's okay. Just don't, what's the word? Where they project themselves onto you because they like, well, I did it, so you should be able to do it. Not realizing that we come from two different worlds. That'd be like me saying, well, if I could survive, you could survive. Not many people understand survival that never been through it, and that's okay. But putting labels on people that when they don't understand something, that's completely wrong. Don't do that. Just try to understand where somebody's coming from. Try to listen to them and say, you know what, I'm sorry. I don't mean to project myself onto you. I remember hearing people say that all the time. Well, I did it, so I don't see why anybody else can't do it. It's like saying, being a prime minister. Well, if I was the prime minister, you should be able to be. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. We're all individuals. We're all on this journey. We're all doing the best that we can. And people labeling people, this one thing I don't like is labels. It just drives me crazy. Just be kind. I learned to procrastinate because I needed to survive. I learned to self-sabotage because I needed to survive. I learned fear because I needed to survive. Now I'm in the midst of unlearning all of that. And it's going to take time. But I want to unlearn it. I've been trying to unlearn it since I was 25. So give people grace. Stop projecting yourself onto people. I think we just need to accept each other for where we are. Where are you in your journey? Maybe we should start asking that. I love you. Be kind. Ask questions. Learn where people are. I love you. Have an amazing day.